Hey guys, Rich here from Fishing and Hockey Aquariums, and today I'm going to talk to you about crabbing. Now, I absolutely love crabbing. It is one of my favorite things to do in the summer. It is one of my favorite foods to eat down the shore, and it is one of my favorite foods to eat in it's one of my favorite foods to eat in restaurants. It's my favorite foods to eat at home. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I don't care what holiday it is, but today I'm going to give you some good tips on how to catch them, cook them, and not get spined, and how to properly handle them and store them. Okay, so today we're going to start with the devices used to catch these crabs. There are crab traps, crab pots, medium-sized crab pots, and full-size crab pots. There's also an even cheaper way. I call it the poor person's way of crabbing. It is called the hand lining way. It's a little cheap, it's a little tough to do, but I don't do that. I use crab pots. So anyways, I'm gonna show you how to. Oh wow, we have a crab. Now don't go crazy, because this crab will probably, when you reel them in, you may notice that the crabs are going crazy when they're out of the water. You just give them a few minutes to calm down, or a few seconds to calm down before you go opening the catch, because they move a lot faster than you think, and they're very aggressive. If they do happen to move when you open the cage, you get your old flip-flop here, right? And let's say that you pin them down, right, and give them something to pinch. Meanwhile, if you have a brother or anybody to help you with this, like I don't right now, but here is something I have invented, and you can invent at home. This is called a crab live well. This thing stores crabs in the water. You can make it by simply getting a 5-gallon bucket from your local store and drilling about 150 holes in it or something like that. But anyways, you can measure them by doing that. You can measure them. Meanwhile, while you're giving them something to pinch, so let's just say this crab is pinching or holding on to something. You give them something to pinch, and meanwhile, while you're doing that, you could measure it and simply put it in the live well. And so right now, if it's not more than 4 inches, I don't know what the size regulation is for here in New Jersey, but if it's not 4 inches, you have to throw it back. But since this guy is a very good breeder and a very good eating crab, it's good. Occasionally, when you find crabs, you may find that they have barnacles on their shells. That's okay. Just try to rub it off, or I don't know if it's a health hazard or not, just don't eat it. If a crab ever dies, if you ever have a dead crab in your live well, don't worry. As long as you keep it fresh and it's only been dead for like a few hours, it's okay to eat. Just keep it cool and keep it good. Now, if you don't have access to a cooler while crabbing, this crab live well here is the best way to use to store your crabs until you're ready to eat them. They could live in here for about 3 to 4 days, depending on how warm the water is or what the current flow is. But if you have a cooler, don't ever put your crabs under the ice. Put them on top of the ice. Even better, if you have ice packs in the cooler, you could do that. Put them on top with some cold rags. They'll live in there. They'll remain in a dormant state for 3 to 4 days before they finally die. And so with this, crabs, you have to be very careful with crabs, because you know why? What could happen? They could pinch you. The pinchers right here are very sharp. Now let's say you get like a big giant catch of the day, right? And he ends up pinching you in the pinching him. You don't want that. They will draw blood definitely, but they won't like chop your finger off like you see in the movies. So the way to handle these crabs nicely when they're in there, after you're done measuring it and trying to give it something to pinch, here's an alternative method. You grab your tongs, right, when it's calm. And so what happens is you bring it over, put him in, and not that hard. Take two. You put them in gently. And so yeah, that's how you handle a crab. And that's how you catch them with your crab pot. Now you don't want, now if it starts to move, if it's trying to make a last ditch effort to the water, right? You may want to try to hold it down with your flip-flop. Now calm it down. Just be careful with the claws, you don't want to get pinched again. Occasionally you'll find crabs that don't have nippers. They're okay to handle, don't worry. Here's how to hold a crab if you don't have access to a flip-flop or anything like that. Here's how you do it. You hold it behind the, I'll just get closer. You hold it behind the swimmers right here so they can't claw you or anything like that. For me, personally, I kinda like to use the tongs and the flip-flops, but sometimes you don't have a choice to do that, so you have to do this. Or another good way to hold them when they're on ice is by the claws, like you see in Deadliest Catch. And so, now we're going to show you how to hand line them in. Let's put our catch in the live well here, and I'll get right back. Okay guys, so here's a better way, here's another way how to catch a crab with a hand line. Now this is good for a two-person team, but if you don't have access to anybody, or if you don't have a brother in your life or anybody to do it, you have to sometimes do it yourself. So the key is not to spook the crabs. So if you get it on there, the more efficient way is with a crab pot. Sometimes you don't have that choice. So you have to just slowly pull it in, right? And not to spook out the crabs, because they are dumb and they don't know. Because they will run away pretty fast if you do anything wrong. Just do it swiftly. And then you lightning fast speed, you go in and get your net. So this here, I don't know what kind of species of crab this looks like, but and see, the problem is with crabs also, as you can see here, they get tangled real easily. They are so hard to get out of cages, to get out of pots, to get them out of nets. They're so hard to get, and they're very, 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 very annoying with the claws. So if you ever okay guys, so if you ever are in this situation, here's an option for you. Here's another option for you. Let's do. You hold them, you put your net right over the cage, over the live well. And what you do is, or whatever bucket you're using, and just leave it there for about 3 to 4 minutes, or like 10 minutes, and then they'll eventually just fall off. Sometimes if they're really tangled and they're not hanging on to it, you have to use your hands. So you have to avoid the pinchers, right? And you have to get in to the very hard spots to get. Right about, yes. And then once you get them untangled from here, and then once you get them untangled, bam, you have your nice crab. Okay. So now that we showed you that way, tough doing that, we're going to show you how to kill them humanely. My preferization is to kill them while they're on ice. So just like put them on ice first before killing them. It's a lot lot less harmless on the crabs, and they're a lot easier to handle. What I like to do, as you may have seen from my other videos, when I went down the shore and did this. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so as I explained in my other videos how to do this, you just open it up, right? I'm going to show you. You go, this is not a real crab, so I'm just going to show you anyways. You go down, knife them through the head. That'll kill them instantly, and if you want to clean them, that's also an option. But like, that's also a humane way to do it while on ice. Some unacceptable ways are throwing them into a pot of boiling water alive, which is not a good idea. It's not a good idea to put your hands on the pinchers to check if they're dead or alive. It's also not a good idea to cut off a claw of it and see if it's alive. And it's really, really not a good idea to put them on a shooting board, right, with a hockey stick and go bam, and knock his shell off. That's not a good idea either. And so once you have your crab dead, you have the option of boiling it, putting it over a fire. But my preference is to boil it with some lemons and some water. I don't know, whatever crab recipes, because I'm not a cook or anything like that. But that is how you handle a crab, kill a crab, catch a crab, eat a crab, put it in your mouth crab, whatever, I don't know. But anyways, peace out guys.